फ्रेंड्स, दिस इज योर टेक ट्यूबर राहुल बैक विद अनदर वीडियो। मैंने फ्रेंड्स अपनी लास्ट वीडियो में मैक M1 के बारे में शेयर किया। उस वीडियो में मैंने आप लोगों के साथ एक पॉइंट डिस्कस किया था अबाउट स्वैप मेमोरी, जिसमें मैंने बोला था कि मैं स्वैप मेमोरी के बारे में एक अलग से वीडियो बनाऊंगा बिकॉज इट इज अ डिटेल्ड टॉपिक। यही आपको हेल्प करेगा डिसाइड करने में कि आपको 8 GB मेमोरी वाला वेरिएंट खरीदना चाहिए या 16 GB वाला वेरिएंट। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल लेट्स डिस्कस अबाउट स्वैप मेमोरी कि स्वैप मेमोरी होता क्या है। जब आपकी SSD या फिर स्टोरेज एक रैम की तरह यूज की जाती है तो जो पार्ट आपकी स्टोरेज का रैम की तरह वर्क करता है उसको हम स्वैप मेमोरी कहते हैं। स्वैप वर्ड का मीनिंग है कि आपने एक SSD को स्वैप कर लिया है एज अ रैम। अब स्वैप मेमोरी फंक्शन कब यूज किया जाता है, उसके दो कारण हैं। स्वैप मेमोरी हम तब यूज करते हैं व्हेन आवर सिस्टम रन्स आउट ऑफ रैम, it does not have sufficient RAM to perform the memory functions, it switches to swap memory. In a situation of heavy task or a number of multiple tasks, our system consumes a lot of memory and it is short of allocating further memory for upcoming tasks, जिसके चलते वो SSD को allocate करता है swap memory. Another situation is when our system tries to reserve a part of our RAM for upcoming heavy tasks, it relies on the swap memory for the task it is performing right now. जब से M1 सिस्टम मार्केट में लॉन्च हुआ, the swap memory concept is discussed heavily. The internet is flooded with the discussions about swap memory. But जो swap memory का concept है, it is nothing new. ये काफी पहले से यूज हो रहा है। Intel chipset systems, even in the Windows, use this swap memory. Before we dive further in this topic, let's understand a little about the working of RAM as well as SSD. I will try to explain to those people जिनको इस बारे में आइडिया नहीं है using an analogy. So let's discuss about SSD. हम अपनी SSD को एक पेपर के जैसा समझ सकते हैं। जब हम पेपर पे एक पेंसिल से लिखते हैं तो we can easily rub it with इरेजर एंड देन राइट इट अगेन। हम इस पे बार बार चीजें लिख सकते हैं, बट अगर हम ये रीड राइट की साइकिल को बहुत फ्रीक्वेंट कर दें और नंबर ऑफ टाइम्स बढ़ा दें तो एक सिचुएशन ऐसी आएगी कि जब हम पेपर पे बार बार लिखने लगेंगे और रब करेंगे तो पेपर इतना खराब हो चुका होगा कि उस पे हम दोबारा फर्दर लिख नहीं पाएंगे। ऑन दी अनदर हैंड, मेमोरी और रैम जस्ट लाइक अ व्हाइट बोर्ड, हम उस पे अब मार्कर से कितनी भी बार लिख के उसको रब कर सकते हैं, इट विल नॉट डैमेज द बोर्ड एट ऑल। तो हमें इससे क्लियरली समझ आता है कि SSDs आर नॉट सुटेबल फॉर फ्रीक्वेंट रीड एंड राइट साइकिल्स, while RAM are designed for that function, and that's why we call them memory. This is not just from the perspective of the ability to read and write for a large number of cycles, rather from a perspective of performance as well, because जो हमारी RAMs होती हैं they can perform this task very fast as compared to the same task performed when we are using SSD as a swap memory. और इसी बीच एक और डिस्कशन चल रहा है इंटरनेट पे कि do iPhones also work the same way? If you look at iPhones, they are provided with very less RAM as compared to the Android phones of similar performance. So people are questioning, do iPhones also work this way? Because people are getting concerned about the life of their SSDs, which I will discuss in a moment. But that's not true. iPhones do not work that way. So iPhones are simply efficient by design. They don't have the function of swap memory. अगर iPhone की RAM full हो जाती है because of background number of multiple tasks, iPhone simply kill those apps which are eating up their memory. It does not assign the part of storage as a memory. But the same thing we cannot do in a desktop operating system because desktop operating systems are not designed that way. They have to perform heavy tasks and they cannot simply kill the application if they run full of the memory. Since we have a limited memory and we do not have the option to kill the apps, so simply desktop operating system cannot kill those apps from the performance point of view, and thus we use the swap memory function. Now the question is, जो M1 chipset system आया है, why it highly relies on this स्वैप मेमोरी सिस्टम? इसके ऊपर जब मैंने काफी रिसर्च किया तो मुझे पता चला इसके कुछ रीजंस हैं। द मोस्ट डिस्कस्ड रीजन अबाउट दिस इज कि जो अभी करंट SoC सिस्टम आया है M1 चिपसेट का, which means the whole system is on the chip, on a single chip, तो उससे क्या है कि Apple is falling short of the available space to include memory even further beyond 16 GB. And that is why Apple took time to launch its higher end Mac Pro like systems, because it was getting difficult for them to raise the memory limit even further. And in this scenario, the swap memory comes as a savior, because using the swap memory, you do not sacrifice that much of the performance while you save the available memory in your chipset system. Because the present day SSDs can do the function of swap memory quite efficiently and for a larger number of cycles, which I explain quantitatively now. फ्रेंड्स, अब तक मैंने आप लोगों को बताया कि कैसे स्वैप मेमोरी के यूजेज से आपकी हार्ड डिस्क डिग्रेड होती है ओवर अ टाइम, बिकॉज जब आप नंबर ऑफ रीड एंड राइट साइकिल्स बढ़ा देते हैं तो आपकी एसएसडी एज अप होने लगती है एंड इट गोज टुवर्ड्स इट्स end of life. But let's provide you certain facts about the life of current day SSDs. आज की SSDs काफी advanced है. If you look at the life of a SSD, most of the SSDs promise about 120 to 140 terabytes of read and write cycles, which is quite high. If you want to get a feel of that, you need to write 410 GB of data daily to kill your hard disk within a year. To give you a little further feel, if you write 40 GB daily, it will kill your hard disk after 40 years. So right now the cloud of lifespan killing the hard disk going on the internet is not a strong reason to switch for a higher RAM version. Your hard disk will perform really good at least for the 20 years to come further. Also right now the algorithms which control the swap memory usage, they are much advanced. So these algorithms are smart enough to distribute this task so that not the same cells are allocated for the swap memory again and again. So what is the problem? If we have a far capable SSD, we are not compromising that much of performance by allocating a part of memory function to our SSD using the swap memory. Then what's the problem in using the swap memory? Why the people are so much freaking about this? The number one concern is performance. Let's understand this. The SSD performance degrades by filling up of its storage reserve. जिसका मतलब ये है कि अगर आप अपनी हार्ड डिस्क का स्टोरेज आप डेटा से फिल अप करते रहेंगे तो जो बचा हुआ स्पेस है अगर वो यूज किया जाएगा एज ए स्वैप मेमोरी तो इट्स performance will be lesser than the performance we will get जब hard disk खाली होगी. So after years of age, when you will have sufficient amount of data in your hard disk and then the rest part of hard disk you will use as a swap memory, you might feel some performance issues. The second reason is future readiness. जिसका मतलब ये है कि अगर आज आप 8 GB वेरिएंट खरीदते हैं, you don't have an option to customize it at later point of time because you have the M1 chipset system as a SoC and you cannot upgrade the RAM at later stage. So you are gonna stay with what you purchase. There are chances that in the future there will be apps which will be very powerful, but no doubt they will consume more amount of RAM. So friends, this is the knowledge which I think you should be aware of. इतना knowledge आप लोगों के लिए काफ़ी है. Most of the YouTubers have also given their verdict and I agree with them and I'm gonna give you the same verdict. The decision of buying a 8 GB variant or a 16 GB variant can be taken on following grounds. Number one, your usage. अगर आप heavy coding या फिर वीडियो एडिटिंग वीडियो रेंडरिंग नहीं करते हैं, 8 GB of RAM will be far enough for you. अगर थोड़ा भी चांस है that you will shift to heavy computing or graphics tasks in the future, then you should consider going for 16 GB because you have a single pool of RAM in this M1 SoC, and in a single pool of RAM your GPU and your CPU both will access the memory, and thus you need to make sure you have sufficient memory, because if your actual need of memory as per your heavy task is about 10 GB and you are running on a 8 GB model plus with a filled up SSD being used as a swap memory, you will feel that lag and the lack of performance. So my recommendation is, if you have a little of thought that you can use this powerful machine for really powerful tasks, and if your pocket allows, considering it as a future investment, you close your eyes and go for 16 GB, because in future you might have the sufficient money to go for that customization, but you won't have that option of customization at later stage. About the storage, I recommend you people not to go beyond 256 GB. Even I have done the same. And if you want to know how I am managing the storage of heavy 4K videos which I'm recording right now, so let me know in the comment section. I'll make a separate video about that. Please write in the comments if you have further questions. I'll be happy to help you. So that's it for now, friends. I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye. Take care. Good night.